Hello, welcome back to podcast 4 of Liz&JenSpeaks. And on today's podcast, we will be reflecting on our podcast journey on how we understand our theme and how it has how is it evolved. So I'll start first this time. I think fear as a whole has evolved. I keep saying evolved to me as I just thought of fear as like a word to describe something or a word to describe somebody. Mm-hmm. It was just an attachment. Mm-hmm. But I truly didn't realize its impact and overall like severity. Mm-hmm. Like fear has its tiers, its levels, and overall it just made me want to like work on myself as a whole and stop being so fearful of things. One problem that I think I have, that I know I have, is overthinking, and I think that comes from the straight of like my fear of myself and others. So coming from this podcast and this class and reflecting over fear for these 4 weeks or 3 weeks, because our class got shortened, I feel like what I really want to do is going on a journey on maybe to stop overthinking and finding coping mechanisms. Because I think as a whole, I think my overthinking has had an effect on those around me and truly on myself, and it's something I really want to stop doing. And I think what really makes me want to stop doing that is more so the description of fear. That gangrene still got me, I don't want that. I want to be able to be, I especially want to do this before I go down to college, because when you go to like a new school, you can have a new personality. It's right. Not that I want to change my personality, I just want to have a new reputation out there.
It feels like a new start.
Yes, that's exactly what I want. I don't want to be the overthinking, because it's not that I'm embarrassed of what other people think. I truly want to change as a person in a better aspect. So it's not that I want to be a persona that I'm not. I will want to be that better person that I always wanted to be. So instead of going to college with this outlook that I'm stuck in, this fear, I want to go out there and be like known as that person, like, oh, that's her, the cool girl who's just so bubbly, just herself, just living life, not fearful. I don't want to fear what others think of me for my whole life. It gets draining. I don't want them to know me as a shy, silent person I was before, but instead of this new ambivert, I think I'm using that term right, this ambivert being who's just so nonchalant.
I think you're heading there.
Okay. Do you want to start?
So once again, my theme is still resilience, and throughout my journey, really, between the found poetry, the popular culture analysis, which was about a movie, on the found poetry about a song, and then my personal reflection about a condition I had as a kid. Really, it just all really, it just made me realize that you can find resilience everywhere. That you need it for everything you essentially have in life. It's not just the big moments, because even though the condition I had, it did affect my life, it eventually just became my everyday. A movie which was supposed to be about comedy, it's still, you find specks of resilience in there. And a song that is really just for the enjoyment, it has a message, but usually people just listen to it as passing by in the cars, stuff like that. Even then, you can find resilience in that. So it's made me respect the theme a lot more, really. And it's made me more willing to work on the fact that I should have more resilience in the obstacles. Like you mentioned, we're going to college, and so we're definitely going to have to be resilient there.
Yes, I agree. Also, when it came to these podcasts, I'm the type of person, when I watch a movie or I listen to music, it's not just there. I like to find the different hidden messages. I feel like that's why I especially love thrillers, because it's not that I just can sit there and rot and just look at it. Yeah. You gotta sometimes scroll back to truly understand the hidden messages inside of it. So I think doing these podcasts has truly opened my eyes to be like, hey, you kind kind of like understanding things on a deeper level.
Exactly. I mean, oftentimes they say directors and authors, they have a reason for everything, you know. That's why English teachers always ask, like, why are the curtains blue, you know?
Yeah.
So I understand what you mean. Besides that, I think both, I've realized that both themes, they really tie together as well. You know, you can't really have resilience if you're not faced with something that causes you fear, and you can't really have fear if there's no resilience, because then we wouldn't really move on with our lives. You know, we'd always be tied down by something. So I think they're both
a balance of each other. It's like yin and yang.
Yeah.
That's what it is. But overall, I'm kind of glad that we did the podcast. It gives you a chance to reflect. It's like forced reflection.
Yeah.
You know, showing for the force. But it allows you to reflect and like have a chance to collaborate with your fellow peers and like gain a deeper understanding. Even though we've known each other for like years, because like all the honors kids, I feel like it's been like a lot.
Well, we've known each other for 18.
Oh, okay, 18.
No, I'm like 14 years.
Gosh.
Yeah.
Even like known for 14 years, but with the class, I feel like as a class from freshman year all the way to now, we always been in the same class. So we all assume, oh, we already know each other, but we really don't, even though we've been in the same class. So yeah, there's that benefit. Anything else?
No, I think it's a good ending for podcast number 4.
And the final Forever Lash podcast. So, thanks for listening.